Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session on taxation of freelancers and small businesses. We have been seeing that the number of freelancers or the professionals who are providing freelancing services, or those people who are into business and who have just started the business, those number have increased drastically, and this is because of various of reasons, because people are shifting to like starting their own venture and starting with their careers. Here we are going to see what all benefits are available from the income tax department for we freelancers and having small businesses. So let us first see for the professionals who have the freelancing income, either by providing any kind of professional services to the clients here in India, and what all sections under which we can take the benefit, and what are things which have to keep in mind. For those people who are doing a specific kind of freelancing activity, or who are specified professionals as per the Income Tax Act, can opt for presumptive taxation under Section 44 ADA. So Section 44 ADA is one section what we have to keep in mind, that if you are a freelancer providing freelancing services, or you are a professional and you are providing professional services, then you can opt for the Section 44 ADA. Those people who are doctors, lawyers, chartered accountants, company secretaries, who provide software related services, or IT related services, and who are artists, maybe film artists, or who are makeup artists and so on, they can come under 44 ADA. Here there is a very good opportunity that you can file under 44 ADA, and you are not required to maintain any books of accounts. So which means that you just need to have the details of the income what you have received, and you need not to maintain any books of accounts to show what all expenditures you have incurred. So if you are opting for 44 ADA, it will be assumed that whatever expenditure you have incurred, that has been accounted for, that has been considered. We will see like who all can opt for Section 44 ADA and what are the threshold limits. Until the financial year 22-23, which means the financial year which just ended on 31st of March 2023, until then, if you are having the turnover of rupees 50 lakhs or less, then you could have opted for the presumptive taxation under Section 44 ADA. Coming forward from the financial year 2023 and 24, because in this budget this has been introduced that from this particular financial year, if you are having turnover of up to 75 lakhs, then you can opt for presumptive taxation. Means the limit has been increased, so the number of filers under presumptive taxation scheme can be more if we are having the turnover of 75 lakhs rupees or less. But there is a condition that your cash receipts should not be more than 5%. For those people who are having turnover of up to 75 lakhs, and their cash receipt is less than 5%, those people can opt for presumptive taxation under Section 44 ADA. So this is particularly for the freelancers. Now what will happen that from financial year 2023 and 24, if I have cash receipts more than 5%, so can I not opt for presumptive filing? You can still opt for presumptive filing, but the limit will be 50 lakhs only. So the increased limit of 75 lakhs is only for those people who have cash receipts less than 5%. So what does cash receipt means? That which is not an accounted income through any banking channel. So it is not through any it is not a UPI transaction, or it is not through any mode of payment of NEFT, RTGS, or checks. So it is only through raw cash. So these transactions, if you have up to 5%, then only the increased limit will be applicable. Otherwise, you will be sticking to the limit of 50 lakhs. So what is the amount of profit we have to declare? Here, since you are not maintaining books of accounts, and with the name itself, we understand that it is a presumptive taxation. which means that you presume that this is the amount of profit you are going to earn or you have earned from the business. So the government requires you to declare at least 50% of the profit of the turnover. So which means that, for example, if you have a turnover of rupees 20 lakhs, then 50% of the turnover, which is rupees 10 lakhs. So a minimum profit of rupees 10 lakhs has to be disclosed, and you are going to pay tax on that profit. If you want, you can declare more also. It totally depends upon you. Like, if you think that from your business you at least have at least 60 or 70% of profit, it is totally up to you. But a minimum amount of profit, which is 50%, that has to be declared. uh, Again, so in certain cases, when I assume that I have a turnover of rupees 50 lakhs or less, but my profit would be less than 50%. So just because the way of profession, what we are doing, the way it is going, I am seeing that I am spending more on expenditure. So my profit has come down below 50%. Then in that case, what do I need to do? So since a minimum profit has to be declared, if you are showing any profit below 50%, then tax audit is mandatory. So you have to get in touch with a chartered accountant and you have to get your books audited. In that case, you have to maintain books of accounts. You have to show all the documentary proof of the expenditure you are incurring, and a proper books of accounts has to be maintained. So once you maintain a books of accounts, and you have to go for tax audit, and then you can show profit less than 50%. Coming to businesses, so till now we have talked about those people who are into freelancing profession rather, and who are into some other kind of profession. So it was 44 ADA. Now we are coming to business. So business comes under section 44 AD. So those people who have small businesses and who are specifically not in life insurance business or commission business or running of a business of flying and hiring or leasing of good carriages. So if they are into these kind of businesses, then you cannot opt for section 44 AD. Otherwise, you can opt for section 44 AD. So which means that if you are opting for a presumptive filing, you are not required to maintain books of accounts, and whatever expenditure you have incurred, it will be deemed that you have already accounted for in your ITR. So which means that if you are having a small business, you can opt for presumptive filing if your turnover is up to 2 crores. Okay, so which means that if your turnover crosses rupees 2 crores, then this presumptive filing is not for you. So until financial year 20 to 23, the limit was rupees 2 crores. From the current financial year, just like the presumptive filing, the turnover has gone from 2 crores to 3 crores. So again, this comes up with a condition that your cash receipts should not be exceeding 5%. So if you are from this particular financial year, if you are having a turnover of up to rupees 3 crores from business and your cash receipt is below 5%, you can opt for the extended limit of 3 crores. Here you have to declare a minimum profit of 6% for non-cash transactions, which is through banking channels, and minimum of 8% for cash transactions. So here you have to be specific that at least 6% has to be declared if it is through a banking channel, or at least 8% has to be declared if it is through a non-banking channel. Now, again, the same thing is applicable here in businesses as well. That if your profit, whatever you are declaring, if it is 6% or 8%, as per the nature of transaction, if the profit is less than 6 or 8%, in that case, you have to go for a mandatory tax audit. So again, you have to maintain books of accounts. You have to show that why your profit is below 6 or 8% of the minimum threshold, and then you can just do the tax audit and you can file for the lower profit percentage. So this was all about the presumptive taxation. Now we will see which ITR will be applicable if you are opting for presumptive taxation filing. So basically, ITR 4 is a special type of ITR which is completely dedicated to the presumptive filing. So those people who are opting for the presumptive taxation and they have some other income along with presumptive filing, which is either salary or house property income or interest income, they can file ITR 4. Again, if your total income is less than 50 lakhs, so including the presumptive income, if your salary income and interest income does not exceed 50 lakhs, you can go for ITR 4. Otherwise, you have to file ITR 3. So the first condition is if you have income less than 50 lakhs, or if your income is only under the head of business profession where you are opting for presumptive scheme, salary income, house property income, and interest income. So if you are satisfying these conditions, ITR 4 will be applicable for you. But say, for example, if you have presumptive scheme opted for, along with that, you have capital gain transactions, like you have sold some asset, some capital asset, and you have some capital gain or capital loss. In that case, you cannot file ITR 4. You have to shift to ITR 3. So this is one condition. Secondly, uh, if you have income from virtual digital assets, in that case also ITR 3 will be applicable. If you are a director of a company or you have unlisted shares, in that case ITR 4 cannot be filed. You have to file ITR 3. If you are an NRI, if you are a non-resident individual, or you have global income, you are a resident but you are earning from foreign sources as well, in that case also you have to file ITR 3. So basically ITR 3 is a master ITR. So if you are not falling in any criteria to file ITR 4, then you have to shift to ITR 3 for this purpose. So this was all for the presumptive filing scheme. I hope this would have been helpful to you all. Thank you.